cold, frigid temperatures start to set in, it's nice to have a warm car waiting for you. But with carjackings on the rise in Saginaw, is it worth the risk? Matt Gerow, Detective Sergeant of the Saginaw Police Department, is urging drivers to not leave their vehicle running unattended.
A lot of these people are leaving their keys under the floor mat, in the visor, in their center console, and that's the perfect opportunity for these kids to take the car and go joyriding.
Making the Saginaw community more aware of auto theft is a top priority for the Saginaw Police Department. Saginaw Township has instituted a program to help drivers stay vigilant, stay safe, and keep their vehicle out of the hands of thieves.
Township does. They have a really good program with their Lock It or Lose It that they kick off every year, urging people not to leave their valuables in plain sight, to lock their vehicles.
The city of Saginaw wants to protect its drivers at all costs. If you are caught leaving your vehicle running and unattended, you could be in trouble.
City of Saginaw, there's actually a misdemeanor ordinance prohibiting anyone from leaving unattended vehicles running.
Sergeant Gerow offers 3 useful tips to make sure drivers are safe along with their vehicle.
Buy a remote starter. Those type of vehicles, you can't drive them away when you start them if you're warming them up. Number 2, don't leave your vehicle unattended running in parking lots or gas stations or party stores. And number 3, don't leave your keys in the vehicle and the vehicle unlocked.
According to Saginaw County Prosecuting Attorney's Office, some vehicles are being stolen by individuals who go joyriding before leaving the vehicle in another location, which can make it problematic to charge an individual with theft.
The owner of a local dealership, a car dealership, tells me the market right now is extremely pinched for inventory. He says he's never experienced business like this in his 30 years in the automotive industry. The current market, he says, is going to cost people a lot more money.
You have 2- and 3-year-old vehicles that actually cost more wholesale than they cost new.
Nigel Fox has owned his car dealership for years, selling cost-effective vehicles to his customers. That's all changed now that the demand for vehicles has risen and not many are being produced.
Cars that people need for necessities like larger SUVs, vans. For instance, a used vehicle that may have been $12,000 a year and a half ago now might be $20,000.
Fox says it's not that dealerships are getting extra money for cars, things are also more expensive for them. Part of the reason, he says, is due to the chip shortage and production pauses, but also the money that has gone into the economy. He says a new thing many dealerships are doing is trying to buy older cars to fill gaps in inventory.
New car dealers especially, who have service people, customers come in, are very aggressive right now at trying to buy the inventory directly from the service customer, but very often they don't even have a new product to sell them.
Fox says the shortage in vehicles is not just a Michigan problem, but stretches throughout the nation, affecting all new vehicle brands and models. He says this problem isn't just going to go away quickly.
Where we are a month from now, this is not going to change. A year from now, it may change somewhat, but this is probably going to take a couple of years to work through.
Fox says come the spring and summer, sports and luxury cars will also be a lot more expensive. According to a statement released to us by General Motors, the company is anticipating a higher production volume this year due to several weekend overnight shifts increasing production on popular vehicles.
Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely is urging people in his city to get the shot. In his Facebook Live from his radio show this weekend, he told his constituents the COVID-19 vaccine could save their lives. I was able to talk with him tonight via Zoom.
We have to do more in our inner city areas and our communities of color. We're grossly under-vaccinated.
Flint's vaccination rates for COVID-19 are much lower than the communities surrounding it. As of October, the report says it was 56% for all of Genesee County. But in Flint, that same study shows the majority of neighborhoods in Flint are below 40%.
So what I want to do is lead by example. I've been vaccinated. I've had my boosters.
According to Dr. Deborah Furholden, 40% of people testing are testing positive right now. Mayor Neely is putting in place more testing and vaccination sites to help the community.
Let's get vaccinated. Let's get our boosters. Let's wear our masks. Let's wash our hands, and let's continue to maintain a social distancing.
He says misinformation and mistrust lead to many shying away.
Right, there's been a crisis in confidence as it relates to government and many different things, especially the relationship between minority communities and low to moderate income areas. So people are very cautious about engaging in something that we place into our bodies, which is a vaccination.
With over $90 million in federal COVID relief funding sent to Flint, I asked the mayor if he plans to incentivize the people of Flint to get vaccinated.
Providing monetary incentives is something that we have talked about and debated.
Dr. Bobby McCamala, a well-known Flint area doctor, echoes Mayor Neely's concerns. But Dr. McCamala said it's not for lack of access.
You'll see that pretty much every vaccination clinic that the county is doing is in the city of Flint. Every effort being made to minimize the inconvenience of getting vaccinated by putting it right where people need it.
Mayor Neely, health officials, and Genesee County officials all advocate that vaccinations are the best defense against COVID-19 infection and COVID-19 related hospitalization and deaths.
Medical staffing fusion. There are more than 32,700 jobs across the United States available right now. Here in the state of Michigan, there are 695 jobs. On their website, you can find available jobs as well as how much they pay each week, how many hours, and also how many weeks you'll be at that specific location. Right now, the demand for traveling nurses has increased.
Right now, they need staffing, and they're certainly leaning in pretty heavily to their agency partners to help to fill those needs. We would like to see stability as well. We want to be here as a lever that they can pull in times of need. And I think those are just greater right now.
My Michigan Health Home Care saying they have used 3 traveling nurses in the past year. It has helped them fill these job openings.
We really appreciate the help of traveling nurses to come in and fill those gaps. We always like to have stable staffing, of course.
While the traveling aspect does not offer stability because of the 13-week commitments, Marlene says these traveling nurses offer experience and flexibility for at-home care. These positions are important.
Home care nursing really helps transition the patient to teach them how to care for themselves. And then the nurses can assess and make sure they're doing better and that they are recovering well after their hospitalization.
My Michigan Health saying that they want stability ultimately, but right now they just need to fill the gaps. You can find the details on how to apply for these traveling jobs on our website, midmichigannow.com.